Welcome back to my YouTube channel, friends. Welcome back again. Welcome back. And the fact that you are treading with me is because you enjoy these topics that I will come up with, and because you know there are topics that you can learn from, and it can help you to be a better person in society, and it will help you also to draw closer to God, right? And to know what He expects of us. So that's how my topics are and my reasoning. All right. So thanks for joining me again, and another beautiful topic that we will be reasoning on. But for you to know the topic that I will discuss about any minute now, don't go anywhere. Stay with me, and we will discuss this wonderful topic. Yes, welcome back, friends. Welcome back. I didn't tell you the topic. Now I'm going to tell you the topic that we will be talking about. Now, the topic that we will be talking about is what it means to love and to fear God. What does it mean to love and to fear God? Many times person hear about fear, they think that fear is about being afraid of, right? Being afraid of, and that's what many of us think that's the only thing fear means. Well, we are going to go down into that in just a sec, right? We are going to go down into that now to read about you know the love and fear about God. Fear of God is you can read it over there in Deuteronomy 31 9 to 13, right over there where Moses talking about the fear of God, right? You can read it over there in that book, and you know also you can read in Psalms 111 verse 10, right? Psalms 111 verse 10 says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of what? Wisdom, a good understanding, having of all they that do his commandment, his praise endureth forever. All right, so we know that as it says, to fear the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, right? And also to have good understanding, right? So when you fear God, it will lead you to to have wisdom, and to also have an understanding, right? And because you fear God, you will keep his commandment, right? Because you fear him, you will keep his commandment, and by keeping his commandment, that is the beginning of wisdom that you will be having, right? That is the beginning of wisdom that you will be having, and you also will have an understanding, right? But we are going to go down into that. But let's deal with the love part, because it says that to love and to fear God, right? So it's two things in one: love and fear God. All right, so let's go into the first part of it that says love, right? Love. All right, so you know that um the more we learn about God, the more we come to what? To love Him, right? The more we learn about God, the more we come to love Him because of what? Because of His goodness. Because of His goodness. Let's deal with that now. Just like see someone that you'd want to get close with, someone you'd want to to know, right? A young man see a young lady that he would want to get involved with, he'd want to know. Now, to get involved with such person, right, you have to get into knowing the person, right? You have to get into knowing the person, right? You have to get to know the person. You can't just see someone and say, "Oh, wow, I already in love with that person," or, I like that person. No, you see the person, you have to get to know the person, right? To get to know the person, because you can see someone and say, "Wow, that person, seems nice." Like, a young man see a young lady and say, "Wow, person seems like a nice." You're just guessing. You are just guessing. You don't fully know about the person. You only see the young lady from afar, or maybe you see her passing all the time somewhere, and you're always admiring the person. You know, and you only can guess or wonder, right? If you say, boy, that person seems like a nice person. You would really want to get to know her, right? And likewise with the female, will see a young man, a woman will see a man, and would want to know that person, and saying, wow, it seems like a nice person. But we won't know until we get close to that person. We won't know until we place ourselves in the presence of the person, until we introduce ourselves to the person, right? So you have to move in and getting to know the person. No, you make the move after seeing the person all the time, right? And you just have the urge wanting to know the person. Now, finally, you get to go close to the person now and talk to the person. You let the person know who you are. The person introduce back his or herself back to you, and the conversation begins right there. You start to get to know the person and know who he is or know who she is. Then you can know if, when you were seeing the person from afar, you would know if, by talking to the person, you will know now if you really want to get um further with this person, or if you really want to continue with this person. So by knowing someone, it by getting to know the person, it can either lead you to want more, right? It can even lead you to want to love this person, or it can lead you not to want to be a part of this person because of what you are finding out, and how the person may reason, and what the person may say, or whatever, right? So getting to know the person, you will know exactly what you're getting yourself into, if you will love this person or not, right? So the more you get to know someone, the more you will either get to love the person and appreciate the person more, right? Now, it's the same thing with God. When we avail ourselves to know who God is, right? You acknowledge Him, that His presence is there, and you not only acknowledge His presence, but you move closer to get to know who God is. So the more you get closer to God, the more you want to get in more closer to know more about God, and the more you know more about God, the more you're getting to love Him and appreciate Him more, right? Now that is the love part, right? That is the love part. You moving, getting to know Him, and know what He is all about, right? Knowing that He is a good God, right? Knowing that He's a merciful, forgiving God. And knowing all of that, it makes you love Him more and more, right? it makes you love him more and more because of his love and his goodness and how merciful he is. Right? Yet, at the same time, the more we come to know about God, right? The more we can fear him. So we are moving into the fear now. So the more you come to know him, the more you come to know to fear him. After now you get past now loving him and see how good he is and how righteous and how merciful he is. It leads you to fear him. It leads you to fear him because, you know, we can see just how holy and righteous God is, right? And the more you get closer to God and see how holy and righteous he is, the more the more sinful you see yourself to be. The more sinful and unrighteous you see yourself to be compared to how God is, right? Right? So it is a contrast to how, you know, God is and how you see yourself, how it shows us up because of how righteous God is. So the more closer we get to him, the more it reveals who we are as well. The more closer we get to God, the more it reveals who you are. Right? The more it reveals who you are because of how righteous the presence of God is. Right? And it makes you see how undeserving that you are of all of this. All of what is quality possess. It makes you see that you are undeserving of all of that because of how good and merciful God is. So the more you get closer to him, the more you're seeing such beautiful things about him, and the fact that you are still standing, the fact that we shouldn't have been here because of how righteous and how holy God is. His presence. And knowing all of that, you know, we can look at it and say, boy, you know, we shouldn't have been here. We don't deserve being alive. But because of his love and mercy and because of his grace, why we are here. And knowing all of that, friends, it leads us to fear him. It will lead you to fear him and it will lead me to fear him. Not in the sense of being afraid that, oh, he's a holy God. No. But fear him to love and respect and appreciate who he is. Because of the love that he have for you and I. And knowing that we don't deserve it because of how sinful we are. But because of his grace and because of his mercy, he forgave us. He forgave us and pulled us out of that sinful barrier. So you fear him to love him. You fear him to acknowledge how awesome, how awesome and you know, words can't even find to express how God is. Words cannot even express to say how God really is. So fearing God is not about being afraid because God don't want any of us to be afraid of him. And that is why he gives us free will choice. For us to freely come to him and serve him. For us to freely give of ourselves to him because of us loving him. And that's what God wants. He wants us to come freely to him And when we come freely to him, it shows that we are pouring out our hearts to him. It shows that we truly love him. And that's showing fear because of how wonderful and merciful he is. You have to just submit yourself to him because of the love that he possesses, because of his undying love for you and I. Everlasting love. And because you love him, you won't do anything to displease him. You always want to be right. You always want to have that neatly tied relationship with him, to show him that you love him by your action, by not doing anything that will jeopardize the relationship. Just like a husband and wife, you will not do anything to jeopardize your relationship with each other because of the love that you possess for each other, right? The love and the respect, it shows in your action that you will not do anything to hurt the person that you love, and the person won't do anything to hurt you as well. So it's just the same with our relationship with God. God is all about love, and so we should all about love as well, and show him by your action. So when you fear God, you will keep his precepts, you will keep his commandment, because you want to keep the relationship neatly tied with God. And when you do all of that, that's the beginning of having wisdom. That's the beginning of having wisdom and understanding. So without all of that, you won't possess the wisdom and the understanding that you are supposed to have. So for us to have that, you have to have a relationship with God. You have to know him. You have to know him. So friends, I leave it right here. I leave it right here, and I hope that someone was blessed by this wonderful reasoning. And I hope now you have a better understanding about loving God and fearing him. Right? I hope that someone learned something. I hope that I make sense. And so if you think that I make sense, and if you think that someone can learn from this reasoning, please share with someone. Share with someone. Share with your friends. Share with anyone you want to share it with, and let's combine together and have some reasoning. So remember, you can leave your comment, friends, and remember to like and subscribe and leave a comment, and feel free to share. So keep it breezy, friends. Keep it breezy. I don't know tomorrow's day, and if I don't know, I'm just working with the spirit, and if I should do a video tomorrow, I will. But if not tomorrow, you know it's gonna be another week. Alright, so keep it breezy, friends, and have an awesome day. Alright, so take care now.